Quick video on health, none of the bullshit typical advice you hear online. This would literally fix everything, right? Every health aspect you can think of, but in this, generally speaking, it's acne for most people, right? So I'm gonna give you my experience, right? And I'm gonna give you just the general. First, I'll give you the general categories, right? So you can break down health in, I got the notes here by the way, 3 different things: diet, environment, health. Right now, let's go into diet. I'm carnivore. You don't have to jump off the video if you want. I don't really give a shit. You probably, a bit slow, but carnivore is my thing, right? Or at least animal based. You can check out my other videos. I'm not gonna go in depth into that. But even people that lock in on their diet, whole foods, whatever, carnivore, whatever they prefer, right, end up still having skin issues, right? And then obviously skin is the biggest organ to detox. So it's not the diet itself. If that's the case, you're locked in, no cheat days, none of that. It could be a leaky gut issue, right? So for example, since you're a kid, most likely you ate shit, you ate trash foods, you ate junk, you ate snacks, which damages the gut, right? Hence leaky gut, right? And this is like hair follicles. It's a bit funny or weird that you have, right? Over time, once you eat shit like high gluten food, stuff like that, it shreds it, right? It tears it, and those hair follicles are the things that absorb the nutrients in the first place. So obviously leaky gut depends on the severity of what you have. The more severe, the more the impact. But the concept of leaky gut is, no matter if you have leaky gut, let's say it's severe, or no matter what you eat, you can't fully absorb the nutrients, right? That's number 1. And number 2, on top of that, you have cracks, right? So no matter what you eat, it will seep into the blood. Hence, you'll have a breakout, right? So you can eat the best foods in the world, you still have breakouts here and there. So that's why you gotta heal the leaky gut. Now, just to do this real quick, to go over it, you can boil oxtail, high in collagen amongst many things, right? You either boil it or use a pressure cooker, right? And you have it like a soup form. Pretty much consume that empty stomach, right? That's best. And then over time, you just do that repetitively, and that would help with your leaky gut. You will see the results. Now the concept is, this isn't a one size fits all, right? For example, there's 3 categories. I'm going into diet right now. This is just I'm telling you what works generally for at least for 99% of people. I doubt this wouldn't even work with you, probably 100, right? So again, your diet's in lock, still on issues. It's probably leaky gut. Okay, now your leaky gut is in lock, right? Now you go into environment. Now this is where I go into my experience, right? So environment, you have sun, you have grounding, you have EMF, right? So sun's obvious, grounding's barefoot in contact with the earth, right? From the electrons, and the EMF, the Wi-Fi, internet, radiation, all that sort of stuff. Even EMF from the food, like microwaving your food, right? For me, I tell people I was like strict carnivore, right? For 2 years, I was single cheat day, but I still have breakouts here and there, right? Which I never understood. I did a shit ton of research, which at the time I never really knew much about leaky gut, which is probably the main culprit, right? Which I've been working on with that soup. But when I went to Costa Rica a few months ago, because I'm in the UK, the weather's shit, like totally trash. Even if it's a sunny day, it's fully clouded. Like, should I just show you right now? Look at this bullshit. 1 second. Yeah, you see this bullshit? Straight up cloudy. Like I said, yeah. So anyways, that's me going on a side topic. But I went to Costa Rica, sunny, nice weather. Literally everything was nice, nature, it's all greenery. I ate, I kid you not, I ate worse, right? So I ate like burgers, because I was with my mate, right? He's not carnivore. Oh shit, my microphone's here. Hopefully that picked it up. Yeah, I ate worse, I kid you not. Obviously I still ate loads of animals, but animal products, but I still ate like shit. I even ate ice cream, as low as that shit. But my skin was crystal clear. I've never had a skin like that no matter what, right? The sun. So I mean, like I said, it's not one size fits all. Some people are more receptive to others, more sensitive to other things. For example, I've heard stories of people just turning off the EMF or the Wi-Fi or blocking it up at nights, and their skin's gone, right? Simple as that. Some people have red light therapy to compensate with the sun, which I do have it, but I rarely use it. I mean, I should use it more consistently. But yeah, literally that sun, that factor there, changed everything. I'm talking my skin was crystal clear. It was vibrant, right? Especially near the end of my trip. I was there for a month, right? Near the end of my trip, I got asked out to tan a bit. So it would make sense. So again, that's my experience. Obviously, if you're darker, you need more sun, so it's more likely to be your culprit. But yeah, so going into diet, carnivore, do whatever you want. Carnivore, in my opinion, you can research that. Then if that doesn't work, it's a leaky gut issue within diet. If that doesn't work, it's your environment. So sun, ground, EMF, one of those. Check them out, right? And the last one is light, right? So blue light, to be more specific, right? You emit blue light on your phone, just anything that's any screen, right? So you would get blue light blockers, right? And then ideally you don't put the lights on, you put the red light on. So let me put this on right here. Shit, it's not plugged in. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, red light right there, and that thing behind me right there also shoots a red light, which I know I've heard LED can be bad for you, right? Because it flickers so much. I don't really care. I'm not sensitive to that, so it's not an issue. So yeah, red light, ideally the light being red, blue light blocking glasses when you're on the computer. And then on top of that, let me show you one more thing that you could also do. So you could also download this thing called Iris. Just simply put on sleep mode, power, the whole thing's gone red, right? So I mean, there's loads of factors to combat blue light. I keep forgetting this microphone bullshit. Hopefully that picked it up. But yeah, as you can see, there's many factors. Those are the 3. Again, I wrote these notes in like 2 minutes, so I'm probably missing a thing here and there, but these, from what I can recall right now at least, is the main parts, the main culprits. So you can experiment. So you have 2 solutions. You could add one of these, like diet, fix your environment, add more sun or reduce blue light. You could add one of them and then just see how your health and specifically skin reacts over time, right? Over a week or 2, test it out, and then you could add another one, so on. Or in my opinion, it just depends on how, I guess, your personality. I would just do the whole thing all at once and then take one out at a time, right? So instead of adding one at a time and just experimenting it, you can speedrun the whole process big time, by doing everything: diet, environment, health, all of that, sun, ground, EMF, blue light, leaky gut, all at once. And then over time, take one at a time. So for example, if you take out grounding, your skin's still fine, okay, you're not sensitive to that shit, right? If you take out blue light, skin's fine, you're not sensitive. But if you take out the sun, right, as the next one, and then you're starting to get breakouts, or your health's going down a bit, how you feel, then the sun is the main culprit, right? You're more sensitive to it. So yeah, you break this whole down. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Check out my video. I literally just made this like 10 minutes ago before this one, about building muscle, right? None of the bullshit mainstream advice again is similar to this, right? It's based on just a whole different concept. It's more so historical concepts, right? What we used to do back in the days, especially the Russians, or just what we would naturally do in nature, because that's my philosophy. Nature wins. Nature's all you need. That's why, I guess, as a side note, they say money can be evil, money can rule. I mean, the concept of money fundamentally isn't, but just the way the money system is built, right? You have to give people false information, because the real information is all independent. They don't need no one else, so they can't make money, right? For example, health, carnivore, you don't need much, right? Muscle building, you don't need much as well. If you look at my other video, just everything in concept, you don't need much. It's already God-given, yeah, you could say. So, and then obviously the monetary system we live in can't just do that and give you the real advice, because then you don't need them and they don't make money. It's a multi-billion trillion dollar industry across all those, health, fitness, all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's a little side note. Yeah, so check them out and just check my channel out in general. Take care.